What's up, guys? We're going to talk about the Milwaukee Bucks today. These guys are always a pleasure to talk about, and especially since Jason Kidd has taken over. They're quite an interesting group of guys. They may be one of the deepest benches in the league, although they are lacking guard play. Their only guards are Deladova, Jason Terry, and Rashad Vaughn, who didn't see too much time last year. Chris Middleton is out, and he's kind of in between a guard forward. So they really don't have a lot of shooting from typical guards, but they do have a lot of forwards that can shoot. They did do a couple of strange things, which is they pulled a couple of trades and got rid of Tyler Ennis and Michael Carter-Williams and brought two more forwards. At least Michael Carter-Williams wasn't a great shooter, but Tyler Ennis was okay. So they traded away the shooting for more forwards, and more forwards, more specifically, who can handle the ball. So they got a lot of ball handling forwards. They got a lot of length. They got a good front line, but I don't know where the Jason Kidd is going with this. I like their length. I like their size, but can they shoot the ball? I don't know. Let's go over who they added over the offseason. So they picked up Deladova, of course. Mirza Televic, what I think is a great pickup. Malcolm Brogdon and Thon Maker, who was their overall first round pick. They lost Jared Bayless, OJ Mayo to suspension for 2 years, and Greivis Vasquez, which I think is really their only big hit, because he could dish the ball and get guys going. What they need going, really, this team is full of talent. I would honestly say they're a top 4 team in the East if they could get their act together. But their issue is their offensive flow and their defense. Their defense isn't great. It's only good because these guys are long and can defend. But their offensive flow is all over the place. You don't know where they're going. They can set picks sometimes. They move the ball around. But they don't have guards. I mean, they really don't have any guards anymore. They traded away the last of their guards. They got Jason Terry, who's 39, and Deladova, who is decent, but he's not going to be making all the plays. So it's interesting to see what Jason Kidd is going to do. He brought in John Stockton to talk with these guys. So who knows? We'll see how it goes. I think Thon Maker is going to be in the top 5 for Rookie of the Year if he can get minutes. That's the big thing. But I think at least expect 10 points and 10 rebounds from this guy. 6th Man of the Year, Deladova, if he's not starting. Maybe Greg Monroe if he decides to bring him off the bench. He'd be great off the bench in my opinion. But where are they in terms of playoffs, really? I see them as the 8th seed. It's going to be one of those years in the East where there's 2 or 3, 4 teams fighting for the 8th seed. And 7th seed, so you're going to have some ties, but they're deep more than most people think, and I'm expecting them to make a run at the 8th seed. If Kidd can get them playing together the right way, the sky's the limit actually for this team. They don't have a lot of guards, but they do have a lot of offense. How Jason Kidd decides to channel it is something else. I didn't see a great utilization even last year. I don't see specifics. I don't see him designating, hey, I want you to do this and you want this guy to do this, except outside of Chris Middleton, who was obvious that he wants him to take over. But outside of that, it looks like a bunch of jello. So we'll see how it goes. Honestly, I expect them to maybe get the 8th seed, but they're going to be fighting with the other teams for it. So it's just dependent if they can fix their defense and get that offensive flowing. If so, though, this team is very dangerous. So even as the 8th seed, they're very dangerous, kind of like the Pistons were last year. But they're much deeper. So we'll see how it goes. Really, that's all I can tell you. But they're a very dangerous team. So even if they cut it at the 8th seed or the 7th seed, let's say the 7th seed, they could knock off Atlanta. They could knock off Boston. So we'll see how it goes for these guys, but they got to get some things in place.